Get ready, they're back! And with some new faces too. Here's a review of Revenge of the Nerds 3, The Next Generation, right now. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings my fellow YouTubers and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you as the Big D. So I'm going to be bringing to you another review of the Revenge of the Nerds franchise. This time around, it's Revenge of the Nerds 3, The Next Generation, which was made for television in 1992 on the Fox network. Directed by Roland Mesa. The film brings back Robert Carradine, Curtis Armstrong. Let's see. And several others. But there's actually some other nerds from the original that make returns, including Larry Scott as Lamar and Brian Tochi as Takashi from the first movie. Yeah. Now, Gilbert and Wormser do appear, but unfortunately they're played by different people, though. But anyway, also back after being absent are, since we didn't see them in the last one, Ted McGinley and Julia Montgomery. So, this film, of course, its subtitle is a reference to Star Trek The Next Generation, which was then at the height of its popularity. So, let's get into our story, shall we? A new generation of nerd students now rule on campus at Adams College. The Alpha Betas are respectful of the nerds' prominence. Everything changes when a successful but reprehensible businessman named Orrin Price becomes a member of the Adams College Board of Regents. A new generation of jocks has also come to Adams, including Orrin's nerd-hating son, who happens to be I'm getting tied up, sorry. Former Alpha Beta Stan Gable, now a motorcycle police officer, is installed as the new Dean of Students by Mr. Price, who is played by Maureen Downey Jr., Mr. Price. Anyway, our main nerd, Louis Skolnick, once again played by Robert Carradine, chairs Adams' computer science department, has been distancing himself from his nerd past by growing a ponytail and asking people to call him Lou rather than Louis. And his nephew Harold, who is now a student at Adams, is surprised at his uncle's behavior, pointing out that in his day, Louis was the George Washington of nerds. Now happily married to Betty Childs, who also happens to be the art professor at Adams, tries to remind Louis that she fell in love with him because he had the courage to be himself. But Louis is more interested in becoming friends with the new dean, not noticing that Stan hopes to break up his marriage and win back Betty. Meanwhile, Harold and his friend pledge, Lambda, the Tri-Lambs, whose group now includes an obese kilt-wearing English inductee and a Korean Elvis impersonator, who emphasizes that he is South Korean when asked about his Dixie accent. Harold successfully makes it through the Tri-Lambs rush week. However, a barbecue celebrating the new members is disrupted by Alpha Betas in ski masks. More harassment comes and the Tri-Lambs look for legal help, but have a hard time finding a suitable alumni due to most of them getting technical jobs. However, one alumni is an attorney, and that happens to be Dudley Booger Dawson, once again played by Curtis Armstrong. Well, he warns Lewis about the harassment, but leaves in disgust when he sees May and Lewis socializing with Stan, calling Lewis a self-hater. Soon he reaches out to Stan to help defend the Tri-Lambs, but Stan says no. Lewis angrily reminds Stan that he was forgiven of their rocky past and even defended him when others were telling him Stan was worthless. But Stan says that he is not Lewis's friend and that Lewis will always be a nerd. This betrayal spurs Lewis once again embrace his nerd self, and he arranges bail for the arrested Tri-Lambs by putting up his house as collateral. He then calls upon all nerds, those on campus and in the city who are sympathetic to their cause, to participate in a massive nerd strike. Many of the city's basic utilities and services become crippled. At the end of the strike, Price frames Lewis for embezzling college funds and harvesting marijuana in the basement of the Tri-Lamb house. Stan thinks Oren has gone too far, yet does not object to his actions. The strike is called off after Lewis is arrested. Bay confronts Stan about this. About him getting him released, Lewis even offering herself to him. Stan becomes deeply ashamed and declines her offer. Okay, now for the final part of this here story. You got 5 seconds to stop this. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below to avoid ending spoilers. Okay, folks, are you ready? Okay, here we go with your 5 seconds. Okay, you've been warned. Well, many of Lewis's old Tri-Lamb friends, as well as his father, who also unfortunately is played by a different actor, or no, wait a minute, scratch that, my mistake, I got mixed up. James Cromwell once again returns as his dad. I got mixed up because of his nephew. Now, Lewis's nephew, Harold, is played by Greg Brinkley. Now, let's see. Gilbert is now played by Mike Greenwood, and Sean Whalen is Harold Wormser. But we do have 2 others that are the same: Larry B. Scott as Lamar and Brian Tochi as Takashi. So, anyway, at the trial, the judge denies all of Booger's arguments and says that Lewis is guilty. But Stan has a change of heart and testifies against Price, admitting that he has proof that Price framed Lewis for the theft and also planted the marijuana. Stan also admits that he is a nerd and has always wanted to read books and learn as much as possible, but his family always discouraged it. Price is arrested, and the charges against Lewis are dismissed. The Tri-Lambs are cleared, and the Alpha Betas are defeated once again, this time losing their Adams fraternity charter. Stan feels it best that he resign as Dean of Students, but Lewis convinces him to stay on. The nerds accept Stan as one of their own, once again guaranteeing nerd freedom at Adams College. And that's the end. So, what did I think of this? Well, I'm going to say it does have some pretty fun laughs and what have you. I mean, now, according to a review I've read, that although the concept is no longer fresh, it provides some hearty, though rather far between laughs. Nerd devotees will stick it through to the end, although the uninitiated may not get past the first hour, or they may not just get it. That's it. Anyway, I really did think the performances we got from Robert Carradine and Curtis Armstrong were real good. I mean, even though we didn't see any of the other nerds until later on, but even so, we did get some pretty darn funny performances. and what have you. So, would I recommend this? Well, yeah, sure, go ahead. If you are a Revenge of the Nerds fanatic and what have you, was gonna say person, I'd say go ahead, give it a try. But if you are a true Nerds fan, then this is something you should watch. Now, after this, there would be one more movie that came out, and it would be Revenge of the Nerds 4: Nerds in Love, which would come out a couple years later after this, which I'll be reviewing next time. So now, what did you think of Revenge of the Nerds 3: The Next Generation? Please feel free to tell me in the comments section below. Also, if you liked this, then click the like button. Let me see if I can remember. Oh, sorry, I'm just kidding. Anyway, subscribe to my channel as well and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me again next time when I review Revenge of the Nerds 4: Nerds in Love. Thanks for watching. If you like this, check out my reviews of these other nerdy flicks and what have you. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of the first, Revenge of the Nerds. The upper right-hand corner is my review of Revenge of the Nerds 2, Nerds in Paradise. And just for a bonus, if you liked Revenge of the Nerds, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of the underrated movie Up the Creek, which came out the same year Revenge of the Nerds did, which it's pretty funny too. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya!